start my secret writing project soon. So, my hidden project. My kind of magnum opus, writing-wise. It will not be a comedy, really. So it won't be like a science fiction. The science fiction script in the novel will not exactly be like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy or anything. Yeah. So it won't be a straight up philosophical comedy. More of a like Michael Crichton adventure, I guess. Michael Crichton, Steven Spielberg type adventure. I think is the way I'm kind of framing it. Won't you come with me to February? So how would I rate January 2025? Well, it was, well, it started off with a terrorist attack and it ended with a plane crash. So that's how well it went. That's how well it's been going, right? So first day was a terrorist attack and the end was a gigantic plane crash. But on the bright side, Donald Trump's picks to lead the departments of government are being confirmed. So so the Senate hearings, congressional hearings are going forward, and Donald Trump is rounding up illegal aliens and criminals and deporting them to Guantanamo Bay. He's really cleaning up the country with Tom Homan. He's strengthening American positions, trying to win the AI race with China. The AI race. Yeah, I'm going to go watch a Cold Fusion video about the race with AI with China. Artificial intelligence is interesting to me, like space science or physics or any kind of deep subject like that. Well, I'm interested in a lot of subjects, but artificial intelligence and space travel and extra alien civilizations are very interesting to me. I would say life on other worlds. So that's always been fascinating to me. Not just to me, but millions of other people around the world. Billions of people. So it was thunderstorming Thursday here in Texas, but thankfully it did knock out the power. You're a lovey, huh? Yeah, I left the door open so you can come in and just say, okay, what's going on? And then so you can leave. I left the door open so people could leave. Dogs could leave. And you can make like a tree and leave. I had a really deep sleep. Yeah, it was really deep. It was hard not to stay up after the plane crash because it happened late. Like whatever. It happened later at night. So it was already like 11 when I flipped on the news, and I was like, oh man. I was already getting ready to hit the sack, and then it's like, well, it's gonna be hard. I mean, there was 300 responders on the scene, so I was like, it's gonna be very difficult to go to sleep with a whole bunch of flashing lights of emergency vehicles. It was kind of weird because in the Potomac River, all the different vehicles, they had different, they had red and blue flashing lights, white flashing lights, some orange, some yellow. So it almost made a weird rainbow, rainbow of lights in the water, in the reflection of the water. It was kind of fascinating because they had so many emergency vehicles with different lights. It almost made like a rainbow, which was strange. I know they weren't trying to create a rainbow, but that's what it looked like in the myriad of emergency vehicles responding, reflecting in the river. Yeah, so if you were a victim of that crash, 67 people dead, what would you experience? Uh, well, first it would be shock. It would be surprise that you're crashing in the first place, right? Because you just think, oh, I'm on an airplane. And, oh, we're just going to land. We're coming into Reagan. Just do da day, that sort of thing. And just another trip, Oh, I can't wait to get to the Starbucks, I can't wait to go to a DC cafe and enjoy myself, right? So when you get into DC on Reagan National Airport, you're probably thinking to yourself, man, I can't wait to go get some Chinese food or, go to the cafe, go see my friends and family. And, you're probably having positive, happy thoughts going on. So your first is utter shock as the fireball envelops the cabin. Suddenly, your whole reality has changed, where you're not worried about your next Starbucks. You're worried about, oh shit, I'm gonna die. And then, so it's shock and surprise, because that's not what you had planned that day, to die in the airplane or the helicopter. Then you're like, okay, how do I survive this? Well, there's no escape, so you can't really survive. You're just hoping you do survive somehow at that point. The reaction time is like less than a second or something. The whole like emotional. Maybe some people were sleeping even. Maybe some people were, kind of in a. Wasn't exactly a red-eye flight, but So the fireball whooshes through the impact of the Black Hawk helicopter and the commercial airline. And you don't even have time to pray to God or anything. You don't even have time to kneel or to do anything. You're just toast, literally. And then you're enveloped by the fireball. And if you do survive the way down into the Potomac River, then you just drown. But you might get some temporary relief because from the fire your body, that the water maybe extinguishes it. So maybe you get some temporary relief before you die. But it's still a tragic and horrible death, right? Prayers and condolences for the people's family involved in the crash. The Washington, D.C. area, Kansas, and also Virginia, and so on. Horrible tragedy. Horrible way to go, Vaya con Dios. Go with God. I guess, is there a good thing out of this? Well, I guess definitely the military and civilian aircraft in Washington, D.C. airspace, maybe even Reagan National Airport itself, might be at question here. So they'll definitely have, more stringent protocols and air traffic control in that area. So that's like, I mean, that's a positive. Maybe that saves lives in the future. And since 64 people dead, that's a lot. But I mean, imagine if it was even more people. What if it was a full complement? What if it was like maximum capacity of the Boeing 747 or whatever it was? So it could have been more people dead. Thankfully, it was not. I recorded the Senate confirmation of Tulsi Gabbard, so I don't know when she's gonna come on, but when is she gonna come on? Ooh, Tulsi. Everybody's excited about the Tulsi today, or I am at least. Is no one else excited about Tulsi? I'd confirm that, you know what I'm saying? A confirmed hottie. A confirmed hottie. The U.S. Senate should be like, confirmed, you're hot. What if it was like, confirmed, you're a pretty woman, Confirmed. Yeah, what's that? A confirmed hottie. I know everybody's definition of beautiful is different, I guess. But there are characteristics that men do find attractive in females that are kind of universal, like geometric face, architecture. If you're a single male and you go to the dating site, you realize that not only most of the chicks on there are pretty ugly, but another thing you'll notice is that they have male-like features. They have like big chins and stuff like that. So the girls who tend to be really successful they have the geometrical faces and they don't have gigantic chins. They don't have basically a lot of the ugly chicks, what they have in common is disproportionality. And what really attractive women have built in is a proportionate geometry to their facial structure. So that's nothing new under the sun. I'm just regurgitating what guys have been saying for a long time about the opposite sex. So what makes women attractive, right? But it can vary, depending on somebody's. Of course. Yeah, I love Cara Delevingne. I love Cara Delevingne. I think she is like one of the most hottest babes ever. And then guess what? And then some guys are like, she has too bushy eyebrows. Her eyebrows are too bushy. And I'm like, oh, really? Her eyebrows are too bushy? Well, that's a big turnoff for me, huh? Hairy girls. What a big turnoff that is for me. Wink, wink. Cara Delevingne is perfect. That's like feminine. I mean, she's a model and actress. I mean, she's like fucking tight, That's like gorgeous. I don't care. She has fucking whatever, bushy eyebrows. That means if she has bushy eyebrows, guess what else is bushy? Wah, wah. You know what I mean? Use your imagination. What else is bushy if her eyebrows, if she has good hair? Her pussy. Vagina. So she has a hairy bush. So that's great. Welcome to the jungle. Need I say more? So the jungle is great. The naturalness. There's nothing better than a natural woman, you know. It's like, I don't nitpick. Oh, her eyebrows are too big. That's not. You don't have sex with her eyebrows, right? You don't have sex with her, whatever, her bowl or some shit like that. That's unimportant. I don't like her ears. Well, you don't have sex with her ears. You know what I mean? Okay, if everybody doesn't like Cara Delevingne, then, well, you're missing out on Cara Delevingne love. And to be honest, she might be a bisexual or lesbian anyway, so might be a no-go for any bro. Might be a closet lesbian like Taylor Swift. Closet lesbian. No, I'm saying if Taylor Swift doesn't get married to the Travis guy and have a few babies, I'm going to say lesbian. So one day Kelsey is going to say, hey, Taylor, are we ready to have children and settle down? And then she's going to be like, actually, part of the agreement was that I was lesbian, but I wasn't going to come out yet. And then... But he's like, my biological clock is ticking, woman. And then she's going to go, oh, but my career, I have to make another album about love. Like, we don't got time for that shit. You're already 36 years old. Your eggs are going to dry up. Biological clock. It just does one thing. Tick, 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 tick. Time evaporates. So, time is fleeting. Gotta go, right? So then, there's no time. Taylor Swift doesn't have time to make another 10 records about bullshit or crap. Bubblegum, pop, horse crap. She can't stay young forever. She's flying towards 40 years old. So he's going to say shit or get off the pot. And then so... And she's going to be like, oh, well, I'm just going to dump you like all the other boys. And then she'll make a record about her breakup with Travis Kelce. It'll be called Super Bowl Champion by Taylor Swift. And then eventually, one day she'll come out and say, I was really a lesbian the whole time. I just didn't want straight guys to stop buying my records. And then the real truth is going to come out. Okay, I'll stop with lesbian theory if Taylor Swift gets married and has a few little Swifties of her own. Then I'll say, okay. Doesn't it seems like the NFL's set up anyways, right? I mean, without being a conspiracy theorist, we're pattern recognizers. But doesn't it seem like everything's setting up to Patrick Mahomes and Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce? It seems like, it seems like everything's setting up for them. I hope not. But it just seems like everything's setting up for them. Not because they're a great football team. It seems like the NFL is fucking rigged. It's rigged for them to win again. And just like seemed like it was rigged, Deflategate for Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. It just seems really like rigged, doesn't it? It seems like the fix is in. So profiteers can make their money, so that different corporations of food and beer and all that can make all their money. It seems like the fix is already in the, it's already baked in the cake. Like, hey, oh yeah, sure, yeah, oh yeah.